If you've been thinking about buying a Steam Deck, don't waste your money. Just so we're clear, I bought the $650 version. Most of the people having this conversation probably don't even have the same exact version that I have here. Didn't invest half as much and think that earns them some sort of ability to speak at the table. Because I'm a PC gamer. This is my first rig. Got my Tondro there, got some nice RGB lights, right? Lovely RTX rig. This is my second rig.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I think this gives me enough of the ability to tell you that as a real PC gamer, it does not do a very crucial thing. You do not, I repeat, do not have access to your entire library. This is a violation.
Wow, what do you know?
Nothing, apparently. Yeah, in case you haven't figured it out yet, QuantumTV is pretty fucking stupid. But what's up, everyone? Hope you guys are all having a great day today. No, I'm not changing the gameplay this week because Persona 5 is on PC, and I literally haven't played anything but that game this month on my PC because I'm so fucking addicted to it. I'm really tempted to buy it again on Switch, but I'm trying so hard to hold out till it either goes on sale or they add in a cross-platform cloud save system like how CDPR has with The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk. Or, you know, I could just get a Steam Deck, but I'm kind of a broke-ass teenager right now, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. But speaking of Persona 5 and the Steam Deck, QuantumTV is back. I mean, to be honest, he never really left. He just stopped making videos to get him drama, which I'm assuming his views started to go way down after the Ackman drama, which honestly, I can relate. But anyways, he's back to making drama videos again, this time it being surrounded around his recent hot take from about 2 weeks ago about the Steam Deck. Now, I'll be 100% upfront here. I don't even have a Steam Deck. I'll probably get some shit wrong in this video, to be honest. Y'all have also probably heard about this situation already the past couple of days because some motherfucker called Let's See King 552 made some videos covering it. He's probably a little bitch and his thumbnails look like mine from freshman year, but y'all should go check him out and sub to him because chances are he's covered this more recent shit in far more detail than I have so far. But do I care? Hell no. Money is money and stupidity is stupidity out on these streets, and when I'm trying to shove my channel back into the algorithm, I don't care whose dick I gotta suck to let it back in. But anyways, to sum up the opening context around this, Quantum made a video ranting about the Steam Deck in a very similar fashion to the Elden Ring situation from back in the spring. Apparently, this motherfucker never learns his lesson from anything, or he's just looking for clout. I mean, I really hope he's looking for clout, because I don't think any motherfucker is stupid enough to make his same mistake from 2020 twice in the same fucking year. But you never know. More surprising things would come up, to be honest. Anyways, before the video we're going to be watching today came out, he already made like 2 videos on the Steam Deck, one being almost 20 fucking minutes, where like half of it was just him fucking bitching about how people were making fun of him for not making smart decisions and just dropping $650 on a product he doesn't know shit about on a whim. Again, very similar to the Elden Ring situation from back in the spring. I swear to God, this guy is like a fucking cycle that repeats itself every 6 months or something. But yeah, he made 2 videos, and the one we're going to be watching today, I personally think is the worst one. The 20-minute one definitely gave it a run for its money because of the whole thing where he tried to flex and poor shame people in it. But the poor shaming goes even fucking further in the one we're going to be watching today, and also it's like 7 minutes shorter than the 20-minute one, so that's just less shit for me to make. So enough talking, and let's see what YouTube has shout out today.
If you've been thinking about buying a Steam Deck, don't waste your money. It's not worth it. Just so we're clear, I bought the $650 version.
And I'm gonna stop you right there. Now, this is probably the only thing I'll agree with Quantum in on this video. The 650 version of the Steam Deck is a fucking scam. Yeah, it comes with some extra features like a special carrying case and some special glass, I guess, or something. That's what they said on the website. But who the fuck cares? The main selling point of the 650 version is the 512GB SSD, which honestly, I think is pretty fucking pathetic. Yeah, some Steam games are really fucking big, but you can get storage expansions for that thing. You can buy a 1TB SD card for the same price difference there is between the 256GB version and the 512GB version. It's a fucking scam in my opinion. If I were to get a Steam Deck, I would probably be going with the 256GB version because it seems to be the perfect middle ground, not too underpowered like what the whole $400 version has with its 64GB and it doesn't even have an SSD. It's not too expensive like what the 650 version has. I get that it's got an SSD and shit in it, but still you can replace the internal SSD with a 1TB SSD for cheaper than the price differences between the $530 version and the $650 version is. If Quantum's whole argument was that the $650 Steam Deck was a scam, honestly, I would be in full agreement with him. But that's not his argument, and you're about to see what it really is.
Most of the people having this conversation probably don't even have the same exact version that I have here, didn't invest half as much, okay? Or maybe just half, right? Bought the cheapest one and think that earns them some sort of ability to speak at the table.
And here comes the poor shaming. What the fuck does owning a piece of plastic have to do with our ability to make fun of you and call you out on your bullshit? It's the same thing with JTech TV, with this shit being like, oh, you can't say we can't get mad at PlayStation exclusives coming to PC if you don't have a PS5. Like, who the fuck cares? Genuinely. Oh, I bought my special premium fursuit that is a built-in piss hole for $20,000. You can't make fun of me because you don't have a fursuit. It's the same fucking argument. I don't even own a Steamdeck, and I have the mental capacity to know that what you're saying is completely fucking stupid, and 99% of which, with the one exception being the $650 thing, is entirely your own fault. But let's continue because the poor shaming gets worse.
Let's call it what it is. I invested in the Steam Deck because I'm a PC gamer. I absolutely love gaming on PC.
Well, if you love it so much, you should be able to understand how the fuck this shit works. But as you'll see later on, he has no clue what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to PC gaming. To put it in perspective, I'm a teenager with a fucking B+ in computer science principles, a freshman class, I think. Well, there are some freshmen in that class, whatever. And I somehow know more shit than a grown adult who claims to be a tech reviewer on YouTube does. That's fucking pathetic.
Okay? Don't take my word for it. I'm gonna show you. This is my first rig, okay? Got my Tanjiro there.
Damn it! See, this is the downside to making your entire channel Persona themed, right? Because now I can't make fun of people for being weebs anymore. Bro's got paper ninja stars in his PC and a fucking pop figure. Holy shit. You know what though? I'll give him credit. At least it's out of the box and he isn't like one of those motherfuckers like Nerdrotic with the wall covered in head to toe with his virginity. I'll give him credit on that. Still though, touching a woman every once in a while would be nice.
Got some nice RGB lights, right? RTX 2080 Super, you can probably see it right up here, right? 2080 Super, fantastic, okay? Lovely RTX rig. Beautiful fans.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Bro, nobody fucking cares that you have some beefed up PC. Also, that just brings up another question. Why the fuck would you buy Elden Ring on console when you have a really fucking beefed up PC like that? See, this is what I fucking mean. Technologically, this guy is brain dead. He's got a $2,000 minimum PC and he doesn't even fucking use it. This is why we need to gatekeep PC gaming, because these motherfuckers are buying up the GPUs and raising the price for this shit.
And here we are back on the Steam Deck. Now, I think this gives me enough of the ability to tell you.
Yeah, no, showing how much you blew on some shit does not tell us how you have a right to say things. You get the ability to talk about shit when you show your mental capacity, which again, we know it down to a T since we fucking met you all the way back in 2020.
That as a real PC gamer who actually invests thousands upon thousands of dollars in PC, this one particular Steam Deck is over $650 before taxes, okay? And it does not do a very crucial thing. Let me kind of spell this whole thing out for you, right? Because maybe I sound like an angry customer, because I am. You see, the Steam Deck was purchased exclusively on the Steam store on their website, right? You can't go to Amazon, you can't go to Best Buy, you can't go to Walmart. You have to purchase it directly from Steam. When you do this, you do not, I repeat, do not have access to your entire library.
Yeah, because it's a fucking PC. It works exactly like owning a PC would work. It has its own specs that might not be able to run some games. Like Quantum, do you have any idea how many games are on Steam? Like over 6,000. Some of which haven't even gotten a fucking update in over 10 years. And making Steam Deck specific settings to get games running on it is entirely up to the developers and how well they will do with optimizing things. It's not Valve's fault that some developers didn't feel like making their games run on the Steam Deck.
This is a violation, in my opinion, 100%. Because when I go to Nintendo and I buy the Switch, they don't say, oh yeah, we're selling a Nintendo Switch, but you gotta check to see what's compatible, even though we're selling it to you.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest false equivalence that Quantum has ever made. The Nintendo Switch is a console where you have to buy all your games for it, specifically for that platform. Like, you can't use your Wii or Wii U games and play it on the Switch. It's not gonna work. Steam Deck is a PC, which not only runs on a completely different operating system from most PCs, which is Linux, so that's already a hurdle that Valve has to just hope and pray to God that devs will either already have their games optimized for Linux or will optimize their games for it. But then, some games are also made for stuff like next-gen consoles, which the Steam Steam Deck only has the capacity of, I think, a PS4 Pro, which is really good for a handheld, but it's not next gen. So yeah, there's gonna be some games that just won't run on it. But Valve has made it very clear what runs and what doesn't, even if you don't have it. Like, if Valve waited until after you bought a Steam Deck to tell you what could and couldn't run on it, yeah, that would be a massive fucking problem. But they tell you this right there in the store page, and I'm pretty sure it also tells you in your library, correct me if I'm wrong. You don't even have to Google this shit. It tells you right there on Steam. This is not complicated, Quantum. It takes one scroll of your pointer finger to look at this shit. Maybe two if you have small fingers. Like, how fucking stupid could you be with this shit?
You see, people talk all that crap like the Nintendo Switch is just a toy for children, but the truth is, they have rated M for mature games and a backlog of multiplats. I guess we're just going to ignore that, right?
Who the fuck is making the argument that the Switch is for children aside from some dumbass fanboys? No, I fucking love my Switch. That was like my only console for 3 years, and a lot of the games I played on that thing are like some of my favorite games of all time. That being said, a lot of the AAA games that run on that thing run like the base PS4 version of Cyberpunk 2077. The Witcher 3 barely chugs along at 30 FPS. I mean, to be fair, it's surprising when it's even running at all on that thing, but it still runs like actual shit. Not to mention, in a way, back to the Switch comparison, not everything runs on the Switch, to be honest. Now let me explain that. So his main point is that the Steam Deck doesn't have every game running on it, while the Switch does. But you go back to the Switch at launch, that thing had like no multiplats whatsoever. Like a year in, I think some of the highlights were fucking Skyrim and Doom 2016. That's it. In comparison, the Steam Deck uses Steam as its main library. It syncs with your Steam library. So while some games might say they're available on the Steam Deck, they're not actually playable.
And the thing is, they're not even Steam. They're not even known for multiplats. And Steam, who, again, multiplats carry this fucking machine, okay, can't even be bothered to make sure all of them work when you bought it directly from them. Like, my entire Steam library, I only have a little over 20% out of the 96 games I purchased.
Okay, and that's your own fault for not doing the fucking research. You would think after Elden Ring and the giant shitstorm that game brought you, you would have learned your lesson to not buy things before researching. But nope, you did it again, and here you are bitching once again because you never bothered to do the research. And if you would have done it, you would have seen, oh shit, this thing isn't meant for me.
It might not sound like a big deal to people who like tinkering or who like doing dumb shit that are completely irrelevant for a handheld console, but for somebody who bought a handheld console because that's what it is, this is a waste of money.
Oh my god, Quantum, you can't be fucking serious. It literally says on the website it's not a console and that it's a PC. This is why the Nintendo Switch versus Steam Deck comparison to me is just so fucking dumb, because they're clearly completely different things. It's like comparing an Xbox Series X to a PC with a 2070 Super GPU. It's not comparable because the PC can do so many different things compared to the Xbox. Same shit with the Steam Deck. This is what I mean, guys. He has no clue what the fuck he's talking about. He thinks it's a portable console, everyone. Give it up for Quantum. And we're only 3 minutes into this fucking video. Jesus Christ. This is why I stopped talking about this motherfucker.
A fundamental waste of money. You pay $650 before taxes, and guess what? You don't even get an OLED screen. You get an IPS screen that is so crappy, it's like back in 2000, in the early 2000s, like 2004 or whatever, when everybody was putting those little screens that fold down in your Hummers and shit, right?
This is how you know the Steam Deck is a really good product, when people have to resort to picking out issues as insignificant as a fucking screen. Jesus Christ. If you have that much of a fucking problem with the screen not being OLED, just get the fucking dock and plug it into your OLED TV. It's not that hard.
I'm telling you right now, bro, this is the kind of screen that's in there, okay? It's trash. Literally trash. It's an old, outdated screen, and the best thing about it is that it's sharp, but that's it. Colors are terrible. They could have did better. Then, for that $650 before taxes, you got some small ass storage.
Once again, this is a rare QuantumTV W right here. The whole storage thing of this is really fucking overpriced. Like a $120 price difference, and the only storage difference is going from 256 gigabytes to 512. That's really fucking pathetic. But hey, Quantum, if you were the one who decided to drop $650 for a 512 gigabyte SSD, that's your own damn fault.
They couldn't even be bothered to give you a terabyte. Let me put that in perspective for you. Not a single gaming console, not handheld, console to date is $650 before taxes. Okay? And it has a terabyte of storage. It has way more than what this offers and way more power. They are grossly overcharging because they think you are stupid.
Bro, with motherfuckers like you who just see the most expensive version of a product and just immediately hit buy, they don't need to think. They know. Again, you were dumb enough to buy the most expensive version of this thing when the benefits were that little. At that point, I can't even blame Valve for charging you that much. You're probably one of the motherfuckers who buys the $250 Ultra Dildo bundle of a game before it's even fucking out yet.
Because they think you don't know any better as a gamer. And many gamers don't. Many gamers just want, I want my games on the go. And they make sure to optimize all the dumb boy games, okay? If you don't know what those are, I'm not gonna spell them out for you, okay? Dumb boy games, trendy little dumb boy games are always available on these kinds of devices. But games that people like to play to unwind and have fun and to relax, like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, things like that, not compatible with this fucking thing, right? Some games, even though they say they're not compatible, if you wanna take the chance, you can download and they sometimes work. Wonderful, then you get hope.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's a false on Valve's end. It's weird how some games say they don't work, but actually do end up working on the Steam Deck. I can give them the W for that.
But then you download another game and you invest 50 gigabytes just to figure out as you're playing the game, when the video effects roll in, the game literally crashes. So Steam was not incorrect when they said that the games don't play, right? So now you're out 50 gigabytes on your machine, you have to uninstall it, go through this whole process, you're out the time it took to install all that. It's miserable. So I'm sitting here at a point where I have this really garbage handheld, because let me tell you right now, if you buy a handheld from a company and they can't be bothered to optimize their entire library, and let me tell you, okay, as a real PC gamer, not that bullshit kid that's on some IPS garbage monitor. I'm on a QuantumOLED with rigs that cost thousands of dollars.
Okay, dude, we get it. You spend a lot of money on your hobby. We don't care.
Okay, let me tell you, as a real fucking PC gamer that's been modding thousands of hours of content into my game and shit, hiring modders to fucking mod my games up.
Guys, why did you guys make me do this? This motherfucker spends half the damn video hyping himself up like fucking Young Defiant, calling himself a real PC gamer, as if that isn't the most virgin shit I've ever heard come out of someone's mouth. And then get this. Bro fucking admits to hiring people to mod his games for him because he's too fucking stupid to figure that shit out on his own. Bro, do you know how easy it is to do this shit? A 5-minute YouTube tutorial will show you everything. Why? Why do I do this to myself? Motherfucker pays people to mod shit for him. Imagine being so pathetic you do not only that, but you also flex the fact that you did that. Holy shit, I'm literally getting secondhand embarrassment for you right now.
Okay, let me tell you, as a real PC gamer who's been emulating every single fucking console I have, ripping my fucking old libraries and turning them into ISO disk image files so that I can emulate them, as a real fucking PC gamer, this is an insult to us. Because
you lack a fucking brain to know what to do with your Steam Deck.
It insults what we do best, and that is not be tethered to restrictions. Because never before in the PC community have we been told that there is a handheld device or any device that just doesn't work, period. Like, we can't just jump in and have access to everything. They turn you into a console peasant for all intents and purposes with this device, because you don't have access to your entire fucking library. You've got to wait for the developers to give you access to some shit you already bought. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's the shit you have to do on Xbox when you're trying to wait for optimized for Series X. This is not a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why are we doing that on a PC device?
You just called it a fucking console. Dude, what the fuck is it? Is it a console or a PC? Make up your mind.
Because they think you're stupid and they think you're gonna take whatever you're gonna get. And you know what? Some people truly are. They ignore the fans taking off like a jet when it installs. They ignore the washed out colors, all for the sake of it's portable.
No, because nobody, genuinely nobody, aside from your dumbass, gives a fuck about this shit. Fans are bothering you? Put on a fucking headset. Bro, you want to talk about annoying fans? Back in like June of 2021, I had this issue with my 3070 that basically made that thing sound like a fucking lawnmower. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I think it was like a Zotac RTX 3070. But basically, I guess the fan was like hitting the edge of the GPU or something like that. But I literally had to put a fucking pen cap between the plate and the fan to stop it from rattling. And then it worked for a while, but then it started happening again. So I just fucking called up NZXT and had them replace the GPU. Which, in case you're a real OG and have been since the summer of 2021, that 2-week period where I didn't upload at all, yeah, that was why. But anyway, story time over. The fan noise on the Steam Deck is literally nothing compared to what I've had to suffer through.
if that's your only IQ level, then that's your business. But I'm telling you, as somebody who has the money to spend and invest into gaming, no. Literally no. Nobody should be buying this. This is not a good message to send. This is not an easily accessible device for your Steam library. A PC still remains the most accessible. You have everything day one.
Yeah, I mean, no fucking shit. You're comparing a several $1,000 PC to a fairly new device that's also handheld. That shouldn't even be a fucking comparison.
And it's cheaper, bro. Just hook up an Xbox wireless controller. And you literally just get yourself like something like a Lenovo Yoga or whatever the fuck, okay? If you don't care about colors. Or you can step up to a nice Alpha Flex book or whatever the fuck, and you can just emulate that way. Like, do whatever you want. You can buy a gaming PC literally with an RTX 3050 in it for like $650, the same price as this fucking machine, bro.
Yeah, but again, this is all a really big false equivalence because you decided to buy the fucking most expensive version of it, dumbass.
Let that sink in. People are talking about how this is great for gaming on the go portable. There's, bro, you can't put it in a pocket. There's nothing more portable than a laptop. I mean, really, like, and it gets to a point where I get really frustrated because I had emulation working on this. It's a bit of a hassle to get it working on this, right? Everything on this device is like, you've got to tinker with it. You've got to kind of perfect it. But the thing is, it's a handheld. There's never been a handheld that has required this much babying in history.
I guess you can say it's holding your hand. Okay, I'm sorry, that wasn't funny, but what the fuck are you even talking about? What the fuck are you even talking about? Like how it doesn't let you do certain shit? Again, because those games won't fucking run on the damn thing. They're too advanced for it. How hard is it for you to understand this? Jesus Christ. What, do you think Valve just didn't let people play certain games just because they felt like it?
And I don't care what you say, when you've got to download all these special programs to get games to work, and you've got to go through all this troubleshooting, bro, there's a glitch in here called Echo Cancellation Sync. When that hits, all of your audio stops working.
Yeah, you know what? That's definitely a fuck up on Valve's end. I'll give them that.
So as people try to tell you that this is the best handheld and Nintendo Switch had better watch out, there's nothing Nintendo needs to worry about because their entire fucking library works day one. Period. You bought this directly and exclusively from Steam through your Steam store, and you can't play everything that they sold you. That alone should be grounds for some sort of like class action lawsuit. They should absolutely be held accountable for selling products that don't support the full library. Like, cause what the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah, because you never bothered to do the research. Valve needs to be slewed into oblivion. I would really like to see you take on that case, Quantum. That shit would be on the same comedic level as the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case.
Like, I couldn't speak lowly enough about this product because how dare you insult my intelligence by selling old technology, cheap drop shipping feeling ass plastic devices. You've cut corners at every turn. This isn't premium. There's nothing premium about the Steam Deck, right? And then the fact that you can buy the Nintendo Switch, right? And the dock comes with it. Everything you need comes with it. But here you are with the Steam Deck paying more money, okay? And you've got to a la carte that shit on top of this. And people are somehow fucking grateful because, well, I like my PC games on the go. Get a fucking laptop, moron.
The main appeal of the Steam Deck for me is so I can play it in bed, to be honest, which, I mean, that's what I mainly use my Switch for, to play Doom Eternal in bed, which I've used a laptop in bed before. That shit is not comfortable. Also, you know how weird people look when they're playing their laptop on the bus and shit? Not to mention all of the extra stuff you have to carry around, the mouse, or if you want to use a controller, you have to bring the controller with. And you better hope you're not on a bus or anything, because if you are, you're not going to be holding on to that thing, and you'll just have to put it in your lap and pray to God that it's not going to fall out. Not to mention, most actually viable gaming laptops are like $800, while the Steam Deck, even the most expensive version, which again, I'll be honest, it's a complete scam, but it's $650 in comparison. And the main one everyone buys is like $530. And every other handheld comparable to the Steam Deck is overpriced as shit, with them beginning at like $1,600. All that other shit isn't even comparable to the Steam Deck.
It's a laptop. It literally, that's all it is. That's the product you're looking for, bro. Not this bullshit right here, okay? And the thing that pisses me off is, you know, of course, you'll have all the loser gamers come out and they'll try to tell you, oh, it's user error, you don't know what you're doing. It's like, bro, we aren't even in the same stratosphere of understanding when we talk about what it takes to be a real PC gamer. Again,
bro, you admitted you paid people to mod your games. Case closed, you're done. Have a good day.
I'm shelling out the money for this shit. I'm putting endless hours into modding my shit. It's not that I can't do this shit. It's that for a handheld, you shouldn't have to. Name a handheld. I dare you. I fucking dare you. Name a real handheld okay, targeted to the masses in the way the Steam Switch was, okay, with all their commercials and advertisement.
I don't think it was targeted towards the masses. I think it was mostly targeted towards people who use and are familiar with PCs already. I mean, if it were targeted to the masses, you would be seeing the shit pop up in Targets and Walmarts, but you don't. You have to buy it directly through Steam. They probably made it that way so it would hopefully block out the dumbasses from buying it, but I guess not, because here we are with this fucking video.
That needed this much tinkering, this much babying, this much hand holding. None of it. Not PS Vita, not 3DS, not Nintendo Switch, none of them.
Again, what the fuck are you talking about with the hand holding? Because I still have no fucking clue. And by the way, guys, he never explains it, so I don't know. It's just a fucking guessing game at this point.
Because the truth is, all their shit works. And that's the message here. That's why you shouldn't buy this. Because everything doesn't just work. It requires waiting, it requires patience, it requires babying, it requires a hell of a lot of troubleshooting. I had emulation working on this thing, and it just randomly stopped working because something got screwed up with one of the more recent updates. So some shit like that can even happen. And when your experience is so hit and miss at the same time, at one moment you're having fun with it, and then the next you've got to go Google something, this product is bullshit, and you're paying like a lot of money for a bullshit experience. And for that, go buy something better like a laptop. It's cheaper or the same price with more power, and it is every bit as portable. That's the message. Take it or leave it. Don't really care how you feel about this video, but the Steam Deck is a garbage product, and I don't recommend it for anybody. That is going to be my official review on it. That is my official stance on it. It doesn't really have the proper support that it needs, and everybody seems to be glossing that over like, oh, but they're still working on it. If you have a relationship with a business that is giving you IOUs from day one, that's your business. I don't do business that way.
You obviously do because you gave them your money without looking into this shit at all. Again, it still bothers me that this guy doesn't research shit. Like, when you're hiring someone, you're obviously gonna want to interview them to make sure they aren't gonna do a shitty job, right? Like, you're not the fucking shop owners in Persona 5 where you can just call in and boom, you're hired, but oh well, not my fucking problem.
When I pay you in full up front, you better deliver the product. If you fail to deliver the product in any way, you're a garbage company because you already received payment, and I'm not going to sit here waiting for you to get your act together. So this is a failure of a product. Maybe the next time around they'll get it correct with the proper screen, the proper support, but this time around, this was dog shit. Point blank, period.
I don't know why, it was just funny as fuck to me that he accidentally cut himself off at the end. He's so stupid, and I genuinely fucking love him for that. Anyways, he's done, so I'm done, and there isn't that much to say anymore. I guess if there's a message to this, just do some fucking research before you put your money down on anything. Take my advice, buy products like you're gay. You never know when you're gonna get fucked, and God forbid, please never buy the most expensive version of anything unless you're 100% sure of what it is. Like, we actually need to start having some PC user banishments where we just fucking block off someone from being in the PC community, starting with Quantum. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, and I hope you all have a great day.
What are you going to do?